Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie, and if you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click that button down below and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Also, please don't forget to click that bell and turn on your post notifications so you can get notified of any future videos. Alright you guys, so I'm super excited for today's video because I'm going to be grabbing the Morphe 39S palette. This is the Such a Gem palette, I believe it's called. Yes, it's called Such a Gem, and I haven't used this in a while, but I know one of my subscribers, shout out to you, you wanted me to use this palette, so I'm going to do that for you today, girl. I am going to be creating something really simple. I know there's a bunch of purples and bright pinks I'm going to show you right now. The palette looks like this if you haven't seen it. It's so pretty, so colorful, and fun, you know? You could definitely create really bold looks with this. I feel like I kind of want to stick it to a more natural but with a little pop of color with like an eyeliner. I don't know, I'm going towards that route, or I also want to do like a really smoky purpley pink look. I don't know what I want to do. Like honestly, I just look at this and I'm like, okay, I want to go do something fun and colorful, but at the same time I want to do something that's simple and easy for everybody to recreate and not feel so intimidated to recreate, you know what I mean? So what I'll do is probably do one out of the two looks today and then do another video doing the other look that I was thinking about. So let's see what I decide to do. But real quick, I want to let you know what I did so far. So I did go in and prep my skin. I cleaned it, I moisturized it, I also filled in my brows. I did go in and color correct, you guys. I don't know if you guys want to see a video on that, on how I color correct, but I did do that because my under eyes have been super duper dark lately. I have been having trouble sleeping, and I just was not feeling that to come on camera and be like, hey, look at my dark under eyes, you know? So I did that off camera, and I also cleaned up my brows, also did the lids, and that's pretty much it. So let's jump into the eye look. Alright, so what I did was zoomed you in a little closer. I'm going to go in and put on these clips here because you know that we just can't stand hair in the face while we're doing our makeup, you know what I mean? So let's see what we're going to do. Like I said, I was thinking about two different looks. One is more, I feel like, intimidating than the other just because you're dealing with a lot of more darker and brighter intense shades, you know what I mean? So I feel like I'm gonna do something that everybody can recreate, you know what I mean, right now, and then the next time I'll go in and film a video doing the other look for you guys. So with that being said, I am going to be grabbing these brushes right here. I am going to be using a lot of these Morphe and Ariel brushes, you guys. I've been absolutely obsessed with these, and if you haven't purchase them, I highly recommend them. I believe they just went up again. You have to check on the Morphe website, but they are definitely worth every single penny. They're really great brushes. All right, so I'm going to be going in with this brush right here. This is the Morphe and Ariel A25. I am going to be going in with this shade here. I'm not going to be mentioning the colors, you guys, because I hate having to go back and forth with this thing, and honestly, I'm going to take this little thing off because it's so annoying. I just wish that in the older palettes they had the names underneath. It would make life so much easier, but of course they don't. But that's okay. I'm just going to go in with this shade right here. This is like a brown shade, and I'm going to be grabbing that color, tapping it off, and going right here on the outer V, just like that, blending that shade, also going into the crease, back and forth. I'm telling you, these brushes help any eyeshadow apply so well. Like, it honestly does the work as it should, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty much trying to blend right here on the outer V and also go into the crease and blend that. Look at that. That's what I'm going to start off with. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to grab that same shadow and apply it on this side. Starting off again on the outer V, going into the crease and blending it out. Okay, so now I'm going to be grabbing this blending brush right here from the same brush set. This is the A11, and I'm going to be grabbing this shade right here on the top and grabbing that and blending right here over that shade just to soften up the edges. You want to make sure everything's nice and blended. Grab a little more, and now go in on the other side and just blend that out. Now grabbing this brush right here, it's more of a flatter eyeshadow brush, and this is the A29. I'm going to be going in with this shade right here, this one. It's a nice shimmer to go on the lid. You guys, I'm going to apply that on the lid. I can't remember if this one applied really well or if I had to spray it, but we're going to see right now. Okay, so to intensify it, I am going to go in with a little bit of Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, so just like that. Grabbing that shade, and now I'm just going to apply it to the lid just like that. And as you can see, it's working a lot better. It just helps intensify the shadow and apply a lot better. Going back in with that first brush and that first darker brown that we used in the very beginning, which is this one here, I'm going to be grabbing a little bit of that and just going back in into the outer V just to intensify that shade. Bring it back a little bit into the crease. Alright, so now that that's done, now I'm going to be grabbing this brush right here. This is the A16 brush, and it's more of like an angled brush like this. So I'm going to be using this brush to create a little eyeliner wing kind of thing. I was thinking of using these two shades right here, this one and this one, mixing them together and creating an in-between shade. So let's see what happens with that. I'm going to start off by creating a little wing. Look at that. That's pretty. It's a pretty like berry maroon. You can also go in with a little bit of Inglot drops, which I will do right now. Alright, so what I did real quick, I grabbed a little pan that I have and added a little bit of my Inglot drops. Now, I added the shadows on this little palette, mixed it in with my Inglot drops, and now it's going to create a nice liquid liner. I kind of want to add a little bit more pink because this is like more purpley. So I'm going to go in with a different brush. Actually, what I love about these brushes is that he thought about being like, since he's a real makeup artist, the end of the brush you can grab product with and just either apply it on the back of the hand or apply it onto your pan. So that's what I'm actually doing right now. I'm shaving some of the eyeshadow and applying it to the pan and mixing it, which is absolutely perfect and so smart of him to do, to be honest. Like, I don't think I've ever seen brushes that have that little, you know, point to it. Alright, so that's what we have so far, and I do like it. I think it's really pretty. And you see what I mean? Like, this look right here is a lot less intimidating than the other look that I was thinking about, but I really like this. I think it's really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish off this eye right here, and then we will continue. Alright, so this is the eye look that I have right now. What I'm going to do is I am going to apply lashes off camera, and then I'll be back to continue on with the rest of the makeup. Alright, you guys, so I'm back. I finished applying my lashes. I did go in with the Eyeliner Luxe XL Faux Mink in the style Indulge. These lashes are so extra, so pretty, and I just love them. Now, I already did go in with some face primer before. I did go in with the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer, and I just applied it on the center and right here on the chin and on the forehead. I am going to be adding a little bit of the MAC Strobe Cream right here. I'm just going to add this a little bit, apply in between my fingers, and I'm just going to apply that right here on the high points and also a little on the chin, and then just everywhere else to give me more of a luminous look to the skin. So there we go. I'm going to apply just a little bit of whatever's left right here on the high points of the brow, the forehead, just whatever's left, a little bit on the nose. Alright, so for foundation today, I am going to be going in with the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Love this, you guys. This is in the shade Vanuatu M3.5. I am going to just apply some directly onto the skin. 2 pumps, and 2 pumps. Now I'm going to go in with my sponge today. Just going to blend that out. For concealer, I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape. This one is in the shade Medium. And I'm just going to apply a little bit right here on the corner, right in the center of the eye, and right there on the end of the eye. 3 little dots around my nose, on the bridge of my nose, the center, in between the brows, and a little on the chin. I'm going to be grabbing this small Real Technique sponge, and I'm just going to blend the concealer. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and cream bronze. I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty. This is the Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream in the shade Light. I'm going to be grabbing this Morphe M164 brush. It's an angled brush like this. Just going to be grabbing some of that and applying it on my forehead. And then I'm also going in and applying it right here. A little bit goes a long way. I even feel like that was too much. I'm going to apply some on the nose to contour a little bit. This is the perfect brush to do so, because all you have to do is that. And also going to do that underneath the lips. This is going to make my lips look a little bigger. And now we're going to blend that out. I'm going to be grabbing the A58, and I'm just going to start blending that out. Look at that. Looks so soft. So good. I'm just going to blend out the forehead as well. Just blends everything out so good. These brushes, I love them. I'm also going to grab whatever's left and just contour the jawline. I don't always do this, but since I have product left over, why not? So I'm just going to blend that out as well. Bring it downward. Just blend, 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 guys. You don't want that harsh line, so make sure you blend really, really good. Now I'm going to be grabbing this brush right here. This is the Morphe E62 brush. It's like an angled brush, works really well with creams and powders. So I'm just going to start blending this out. Okay, so as you can see, I also went in with a small little sponge just to blend it out so it doesn't look so harsh, but it looks contoured. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and set my under eye with this Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I am going to be grabbing the other side of the little sponge, apply that underneath the eye to make sure that concealer is fully set. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Cover FX. This one is the Monochromatic Bronzer Duo Matte and Shimmer in Sunkissed Bronze. I'm going to be using that same brush that I used to blend out the cream bronzer. This is the, again, A58 brush. Grabbing just a little bit of the bronzer and applying it right over top. I am going to be grabbing a little bit more of my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and that small little sponge that I went in with and just reverse contouring, just cleaning up the bronzer a little bit, just in case it, you know, you applied it too low. This is just going to help clean that up. And it's also going to set underneath the bronzer to make sure that the foundation and everything does not move. So we're going to continue on with the eyes. So going back right into the palette, I am going to be grabbing, this is the A18. It's a smaller, more kind of like a packing, blending, very detailed brush. Very soft as well, you guys. Such a good brush. I'm going to be going in with the brown right here that I used in the outer V. And just starting off with that shade, I'm going to apply that on the lower lash line, start blending that out. I'm going to be grabbing this brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This comes in any of her palettes, and I'm just going to blend. I'm going to grab the powder brush, and I'm just going to remove and just blend that setting powder. And there you go. Everything looks a lot better, softer, and perfect. All right, so continuing on with the eyes, I am going to be going in with a little bit of this shade here, the one that I mixed with that shade for the eyeliner. I'm going to grab a little bit of that with the Anastasia brush, and I'm just going to apply that on the lower lash line. And now this little brush here, this is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH42. I'm going to be going in with this shade right here. I don't know, I kind of want this shade here or this shade. What do we think? I think I'm going to go in with this one right here. Going with that and apply that right here on the inner corner. Oh, that looks so pretty. I love it. Bring it into the inner corner a little bit onto the lid, just like that. That's just bringing a little pop to the inner corner. I'm also going to add a little bit of this shade on the brow bone with the same brush after cleaning it off. Just going to add a little bit right there, nothing crazy. See that? Brings a little highlight to the brow bone. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of this shadow here over top. There you go. Boom. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in with the blending brush that I used earlier just to blend everything out up here. Make sure everything looks soft and blended. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of highlighter, and I'm actually going to use this palette here for highlighter. So grabbing this champagne shade right in the middle, it's the one that I applied on the brow bone, you guys. Going to grab that. I can also go in with this eyeshadow. It would look really pretty, but this is the BH Cosmetics number 5 brush. This is from the Nazani Kavari brush set. I'm going to grab a little bit of this right here and look at that. It looks a little glittery, so I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow here. There you go. This is the eyeshadow, you guys. So if you want, you can go in, apply a little bit of this first. You're going to get that glitter. See that? And then go in with the eyeshadow. Just go with that one right there, guys. And then, boom. Woo. So pretty. Apply a little bit on the tip of the nose. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the shadow. And then on the bridge. Now I'm just going to go in with, I feel like this bold lip, you guys. I think this would be so pretty. This is the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid in the shade Orchid. This is what it looks like. And you can always go in with a nude, but I think I'm going to go in with something a little bold. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and set my face. I'm going to go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Give this video a big thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!